Liebherr, a better machine. In 1954, Liebherr, the Swabian-based construction equipment manufacturer, introduced one of the world's first mobile excavators. Since then, for over 50 years, Liebherr has played a leading role in the development of hydraulic excavators, to the point where today, life would be unthinkable without them. In 2005, Liebherr introduced the 924 Compact as a hatchback crawler excavator. But their product range didn't include a model with a wheeled undercarriage. Now, Liebherr presents the A918 Compact Litronic. We put some questions about the new A918 to Tobias Kaltenbrunn, product manager at Liebherr.
Auf der Bauma 2010 haben wir den
At Bauma 2010, we introduced the new A918 as the A900 Compact. And, at that time, we also changed the model designations of our machines to include the machine tonnage. This means that the A918 Compact designation stands for a self-propelled hatchback excavator with an operating weight of 18 tons. It is a completely new machine and is our first hatchback. The A918's D834 engine has an output capacity of 110 kilowatts, 150 PS. The machine has been designed for use in sewer construction, within a built-up city environment, or for other civil engineering work, such as road construction. For jobs like that, an excavator needs to be compact and have high load-bearing capacity. And we designed the A918 Compact with these requirements in mind. We installed the tried and tested undercarriage from the A900 and the A316 in the new A918 and completely shielded the traction drive. One advantage of a hatchback is that because there is more weight in the undercarriage, the machine has a lower center of gravity, which makes it more stable. An operator needs to feel comfortable in his cabin, so we designed an exceptionally large cabin for the hatchback class. The cabin has been ergonomically designed with proportional controls, air cushioning, seat heating and large windows so that the operator is comfortable and has an excellent view of his working area.
Bauforum24 TV put the A918 Compact through its paces. Our test driver was André Schmidt. With more than 10 years' experience as a driver of different mobile excavators, he knows what's important. What did he think of the driver's cabin of the new Liebherr A918?
Ich kenne auch noch die Vorgängerkabinen von den Liebherr-Baggern. Ist dies auf jeden Fall breiter.
When I got into it, the first thing I noticed, having used the earlier models, was that the cabin of the new A918 is definitely bigger.
Die sind auch definitiv größer als in den anderen Kabinen.
And the cabin windows are noticeably bigger than those of the previous models, giving a better all-round view.
Linke Seitenscheibe, Heckscheibe, Frontscheibe, Dachfenster ist eigentlich eine gute Sicht überall hingegeben aus der Kabine raus.
There is more freedom of movement. The seat is more comfortable and automatically adjusted itself for my weight.
The handling is also important. But what about the ergonomically designed controls of the new A918?
Ja, die Proportionalsteuerung.
The ergonomic proportional controls, the joysticks, have changed too. Now it has a kind of rocker switch to enable easier manipulation of multiple mounting attachments, like the clamshell. The A918 also has the Like-You-Fix quick coupling system, so that I don't have to change anything on the boom.
Genauso gut in den Händen wie die Vorgänger-Joysticks. Man hat jetzt hier ein Touch.
There's a new touchscreen with icons. If I push this icon, I can see and control the climatronics, and everything is well laid out.
Steuern und ist auf jeden Fall nach kurzer Zeit sehr übersichtlich. Also, was ich auch immer als
On the main menu, there's a small view through the rear view camera, and if I touch the icon, the picture automatically gets enhanced, so that I have a clear view to the rear of the machine. The buttons of the control unit are different on the new A918. There is now a stop-start button where I just have to turn on the engine, press the button, and the engine starts immediately. The buttons are now closer to the joysticks. So, when I am working and I need the swing brake, or I need to drive faster or slower, I can reach the buttons easily and don't have to lean forward, as was the case in the earlier models. The buttons I don't need very often, like the lighting and the hazard lights, are arranged on the side, but I can still reach them easily. In the new cabin, the lower part of the front window folds into the upper part, and both of them can be moved out of the way above the operator. This has the big advantage of allowing the operator a better sight of the ground, which is important in sewer construction, where the driver needs to look further into the excavation.
The cabin makes a good impression, but engine accessibility for maintenance is also crucial for every operator. A look under the hood gives us a better picture of Liebherrs service ideas.
Here on the passenger side is the fan with its corresponding cooler. To clean the cooler, we loosen the screws and pull the cooler to the side. Above the cooler is the coolant level indicator. It can be easily checked, even from the ground. At eye level is the air-water separator, which needs to be cleaned daily to get the water out of the diesel circulation system. That is the fuel filter, and here is the dipstick to show the oil level. Then there is the oil filter, also easily reached from the ground. Finally, on this side is the air filter, which, if you are working in a dusty environment, needs to be cleaned daily. On this side, we have the central lubrication system, which you fill up with a pneumatic grease gun, or instead, you can fill it at this intake using a cartridge. In that way, you fill up the pot quicker than with the conventional method. The A918 also has its own refueling system, in case you are on a construction site and need to pump fuel from a barrel or a tanker. This is the fuel pump control panel. Above it, in the grey box and under it, are the fuses, with easier access than in most hatchback excavators. If we open this cover, we find additional storage space for a toolbox or other items. Next to it is the battery switch. And above that is the filler for the windshield washer system. On top of the excavator is the fuel tank. Then there is the hydraulic fluid reservoir and an indicator to show the fluid level. Next to the indicator is the cover for the engine control. If you have an engine failure, you can remove the cover and reach the back of the engine.
Does the newest member of the Liebherr family enhance the product range? Our expert has the definite verdict.
I tested the excavator for some time, and the little power pack really convinced me. One of the highlights was the cabin, which is definitely bigger and wider. The automatic climate control keeps you cool even on the hottest of days. The controls feel good, and the load-bearing capacity is fine for this machine. The excavator had no problems in confined, built-up areas with parked cars, trams and buses, or with sewer construction, because of its compact size and short pivoting radius. Also of note is the rear-view camera, so that you can watch your back on a construction site. That's why this machine is a better machine.
Liebherr's new hatchback excavator convinced us in many ways, especially the big cabin, which is a highlight in this compact class. And many will like the new operator's position with its updated ergonomic controls.
Bauforum24 TV. Construction in motion. www.bauforum24.tv